Antarctica, the coldest, most mysterious continent on Earth. Beneath miles of ice lies a hidden world, a place untouched for millions of years. But what scientists recently discovered under these glaciers is beyond belief. Strange creatures, lost mountain ranges, enormous ancient lakes, and even signs of extraterrestrial life. Could Antarctica be hiding secrets that will change everything we know about our planet? A hidden continent beneath the ice, the Antarctic Atlantis. Scientists discovered a massive landmass hidden under miles of ice, similar in size to the entire United States. It contains ancient mountains, valleys, and rivers that once flowed freely, long before the ice took over. This discovery suggests that millions of years ago, Antarctica was a lush, green land filled with forests and life. Some believe this lost continent could hold the fossilized remains of unknown prehistoric creatures. Others speculate that an ancient civilization may have once lived here before the ice covered everything. Could there be lost human history buried beneath the ice? Scientists are only beginning to uncover the truth. The massive underground lakes. Antarctica is home to over 400 subglacial lakes, bodies of liquid water completely sealed off from the surface for millions of years. The largest and most famous is Lake Vostok, buried beneath 4,000 meters of ice. These lakes remain liquid due to heat from the Earth's interior and the immense pressure of the ice above. Scientists expected these lakes to be lifeless due to extreme conditions, total darkness, crushing pressure, and freezing temperatures. But when they drilled into them, they found living microorganisms that had been isolated for millions of years. These bacteria and microbes survive without sunlight, relying instead on chemical reactions within the water or the minerals in the lake bed. If life can thrive in Antarctica's extreme, frozen darkness, it raises the possibility of life existing in similar environments beyond Earth. Europa, Jupiter's moon, and Enceladus, Saturn's moon, both have subglacial oceans beneath thick layers of ice. If microscopic life can survive under Antarctica's ice, then alien life might exist in these frozen extraterrestrial oceans. Could Antarctica be the key to discovering life beyond Earth? If life exists in these subglacial lakes, then maybe, just maybe, life is waiting to be found beneath the ice of Europa and Enceladus. A hidden mountain range beneath the ice. Deep beneath Antarctica's thick ice, scientists have discovered something completely unexpected. A massive mountain range the size of the Alps, buried under over 3 kilometers of solid ice. This hidden mountain range, known as the Gamburtsev Mountains, stretches over 1,200 kilometers across Antarctica. It was completely invisible to the human eye until modern satellite imaging and ice-penetrating radar revealed its existence. The peaks of these mountains are believed to rise more than 3,000 meters high, yet they are entirely covered by ice. Imagine an entire mountain range, as tall as the Alps, buried under a frozen wasteland. How did they get there? And what secrets do they hold? Scientists cannot explain how these mountains formed. They shouldn't exist based on what we know about Antarctica's geology. Most mountain ranges form due to tectonic plate movements, but the Gamburtsev Mountains show no clear signs of recent plate collisions. Even more bizarrely, these mountains appear to be over 1 billion years old, meaning they predate the ice covering them by hundreds of millions of years. How did such massive mountains form in a place that should have been flat? And why are they still standing after more than 1 billion years? How did they get there? Scientists have come up with several theories to explain the Gamburtsev Mountains, but no single explanation fully answers the mystery. Some scientists believe these mountains could be part of a buried, ancient continent that existed long before Antarctica became a frozen wasteland. This would mean Antarctica was once a land of mountains, forests, and rivers, now completely hidden under the ice. Another theory suggests that a massive asteroid impact over 1 billion years ago could have pushed up the land, forming the Gamburtsev Mountains. But if this is true, why hasn't erosion flattened them after all this time? Could these mountains be evidence of a lost world? Or do they hold even deeper secrets buried beneath the ice? Strange creatures living in complete darkness. Scientists once believed that the freezing, pitch-black waters beneath Antarctica's ice shelves were completely lifeless. After all, how could anything survive without sunlight, under extreme pressure, and in near-freezing temperatures? But when researchers sent robotic probes into these unexplored depths, what they found shocked the world. Beneath the massive Ross Ice Shelf and Filchner-Ronne Ice Shelf, which are among the thickest ice sheets in the world, these areas had never been explored before because they are sealed off from the atmosphere, isolated for millions of years. Scientists expected to find nothing. Instead, they found an entire ecosystem thriving in complete darkness. What they discovered? Transparent fish. Their bodies lack red blood cells and hemoglobin, allowing them to survive in icy waters. Giant sponges and anemones, found clinging to submerged rocks, surviving with no known food source. Strange shrimp-like creatures, amphipods. They look similar to deep-sea creatures found in the deepest parts of the ocean. Mysterious rock-dwelling organisms. In 2021, scientists found stationary life forms attached to boulders beneath the ice, something they never expected in such an extreme environment. How do they survive? Instead of relying on sunlight for energy, like most life on Earth, these creatures use chemosynthesis, getting energy from minerals and chemical reactions in the water. Some feed on organic particles that drift in from other parts of the ocean, possibly traveling hundreds of kilometers under the ice. Ancient forests and fossilized life forms. Antarctica's lost world. Beneath Antarctica's miles-thick ice sheet, scientists made a groundbreaking discovery. Evidence that this frozen continent was once a lush green land teeming with life. Researchers uncovered fossilized tree stumps, leaves, and pollen buried deep under the ice. These plant fossils date back 90 million years, proving that Antarctica once had warm, humid temperatures and thriving ecosystems. In some areas, preserved soil layers were found, containing traces of an ancient swampy rainforest. Imagine Antarctica, not as a frozen wasteland, but as a prehistoric jungle, filled with towering trees and exotic creatures. The shocking part, dinosaurs in Antarctica? What does this mean? If Antarctica was once covered in forests, it means dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures likely lived there. Fossils of giant marine reptiles, early mammals, and even dinosaur bones have been found, proving that Antarctica was once full of life. Scientists believe that large herbivores, carnivorous predators, and flying reptiles, pterosaurs, may have roamed the land. 90 million years ago, Antarctica looked more like the Amazon rainforest than the icy desert we see today. What else is buried beneath the ice? How was Antarctica once so warm? Today, Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth, with temperatures dropping to minus 80 degrees Celsius. But 90 million years ago, it had temperatures of up to 13 degrees Celsius, warm enough to support dense forests and rivers. Why was it so warm? Higher global temperatures. The Earth was much hotter during the Cretaceous period, when dinosaurs ruled the planet. No ice caps. Antarctica was completely ice-free, allowing plants and animals to thrive. Warm ocean currents. Scientists believe that powerful ocean currents carried warm waters to Antarctica, keeping its climate mild. What could still be hidden beneath the ice? Since over 98% of Antarctica is covered in ice, scientists have only uncovered a tiny fraction of its buried history. Could there be perfectly preserved dinosaur fossils? Could deeper drilling reveal entire skeletons of prehistoric creatures? Remains of an ancient jungle. Could there be underground lakes preserving ancient plant life? Microbial life from millions of years ago. Could organisms trapped under the ice still be alive today? Ancient tunnels and underground caverns. Deep beneath Antarctica's miles-thick ice, scientists have discovered massive underground tunnels and caverns, previously unknown to mankind. Using advanced radar scanning and satellite imaging, researchers detected huge hollow spaces beneath the ice sheet. These tunnels are so large that entire cities could fit inside them, stretching for dozens of miles. Some tunnels appear to connect to subglacial lakes, potentially serving as ancient water channels. Could these tunnels be a natural phenomenon? Or were they once used for something else? Scientists have several theories about the origin of these underground passageways, but none fully explain their existence. Millions of years ago, Antarctica wasn't covered in ice. It had flowing rivers and forests. These tunnels could be the remnants of prehistoric river systems that carved their way through the continent. Some researchers suggest these tunnels may have been used by massive prehistoric animals, perhaps giant mammals, or even unknown species that roamed Antarctica before it froze over. If ancient creatures used these tunnels, could their remains still be buried inside? Some believe these tunnels are too large and structured to be purely natural. This has fueled speculation that an ancient civilization, possibly one lost to time, may have once inhabited Antarctica. If true, could these tunnels contain ancient artifacts, ruins, or even hidden technology? Are these tunnels just remnants of natural formations? Or do they hold evidence of something much older? Perhaps something we were never meant to find. Antarctica is revealing its secrets one by one, but we have only scratched the surface. Every discovery brings more questions than answers. Could there be lost civilizations buried beneath the ice? Could we find alien life in the frozen lakes? Could an ancient meteor impact have left behind something unknown?